Oh wow! Look what I got! I got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, Raphael!
Damn!
What was that? Where did that come from? Oh my god!
Come back here! I'm not finished with you!
XTMNT time! It's TMNT time! Again. Hello and welcome to another big box review. A big box, way too big for all of this. You know, I just have to zoom out and show you some of the background you're not supposed to see, and a toothbrush over there. And yeah, this is the Neca Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990 quarter-inch scale Super Hyper Turbo Edition Raphael. I just added some more to the title. This is the box. You got the classic design logo of the show, and this is Raph. I'm just gonna move everything back a little bit so I can show you the box as best as I can. And then you got some more pictures of Raph. You got some bio. If you want to read that, feel free to pause right now and read that. I will not read that to you. And you got some more pictures of the dudes. And is that an old school Neca logo? I didn't even notice that last time around when I had Donnie. And of course my background is falling because that's what we do around here. And you got another picture of Raph. You got the TMNT logo. You got another Neca logo. And now you got the modern one. Alright, I see what you did there. And there you go, that's the box. As you can tell, I already took them out because I was way too excited. So let's go! Okay, this is the broody one, Raph. He's cool, but rude. Even in the movie. He's definitely, is he like the main character? I know they're all the main characters, but it seems like the first movie has a lot of Raph time. 41 centimeters to the top of his head, 41 and a half almost, if you want to count that. Let's have a look at all the detail going on. Fun fact, fun story actually. He has a scar over there, and at first I was like, oh man, they slipped again. I already had to call the problems with Donnie on the head, and now I have this scar over there, this extra plastic. He actually has that in all of the movies, and I never even noticed that. I looked some pictures up before I come on and review this and be like, oh, look at the smudge. No, this is intentional. He has a scar in every movie, even in that one where they traveled back in time, and that was not real. That was just a dream, right? That never happened. They looked so terrible in that, but he also had one in there. But that was like I said, Fur Turtles movie that doesn't exist. There's only 1, 2, and 4. Right? I mean, I don't know how to count. That's the problem. Anyhow, detail, paint. Look at all like the dry brushing going on throughout the bandana. It looks dirty. It looks cool. It looks how it should look. You got all the shading going on throughout the head. You got the spots. You got the real cloth bandana part over here. I mean, it starts. You can see this is all plastic and this is real cloth, and you can spin that around on this. With Donnie, I didn't really have I didn't see the plastic part over there, the plastic ring. Well, I mean, I can hide it. It's not like, that's so bad. Just kidding. No. So you got the shell, same thing. It's all, you have like all this dirt look going on throughout the body, as it should. Looks amazing. You have tons of shading going on all throughout the muscles. Still got some more. Also the texturing, the molding. It looks like you have some battle damage. You have some small kinks in there in the shoulder pads. Same with the wrists. And now it gets hard to lift them up. And you got the belt, which is sitting a lot lower than it is with Donnie. And I guess it's all, well, I don't guess. It is intentional. I'm just gonna say it's intentional. Neca probably likes me to say it's intentional. You have like all the battle damage in the shell. And I don't think Donnie had as much, and that's good, because Raph is the fighter. He's the guy who will throw himself at the opponent, so it makes sense that he would have a lot of scars, a lot of kinks in the shell. And I'm just gonna go over the rest. But yeah, I mean, I don't need to tell you anything. You just look at this and you're like, this is nice painted, nice metallic. Like you have some screws in there. Well, not really screws, but You know what I mean. And still some more battle damage in the belt. And then the legs. You got like a vein going down over here. Or is that? No, there's probably also a scar. I haven't actually looked that up if he also had a scar in the leg. But let's just say he has. For the record, I mean, I already doubted them for the face scar. And yeah, Neca got me good on that one. But yeah, that's all the detail. That's tons of it, really. Just like, and whatever the hell this is. Okay, so I already had Donnie with the articulation, so I'm probably going to glance over it a little bit more quickly. All of it is fairly stiff, so give me a chance to move them around and I'll break anything. The head goes forward very nicely. It doesn't go back so much, but it gets the job done. It's fairly well. I haven't even really looked at the face. I feel like I skipped over that too quickly. I mean, I just gonna give you another minute, well not a minute, but another moment to just look at those lifelike eyes. But moving on with the articulation, as I wanted to, but yeah, the head also wiggles around. You have actually quite some motion in it. It wiggles around, it goes back and forth, and also, of course, it would go all the way around. But as I tell you, it's stiff, and I don't want to break anything off. People already warned me, like, dude, be careful. And I'm working here with, like, one hand to lift it up, and the other hand to just move it up. So, shoulders, you have a hinge over there. That you have not the greatest motion, but it looks good. That's kind of like the theme of these guys. You have a great look, and you won't see much of the articulation. Therefore, the articulation could be better, but they decided not to. And also rotates around. And you don't have bicep swivel, but you can rotate it around at the elbow and also bring it forward. Okay, I need to be very careful with these things. Up. And that's pretty much as far as it goes up. The elbow pads are soft plastic, so they will give into the articulation. And you have another hinge over here. Goes back nicely, goes forward, fairly decent, and it rotates around. With this guy, it's a lot of forcing. You might be able to go a little bit further than I do, but like I'm saying, I'm warning you guys. I'm warning you not to break this guy. He's way too valuable to be broken, and I would kick myself if I would actually break something off here. I swear to God. I've broken stuff before, and I've gotten mad. I've gotten really mad, and there's some parts where I didn't get mad, and you guys got mad at me for not getting mad. But let's be honest here, I'm always mad. I'm like the Hulk, bitch. We have in the torso area, which is all nicely hidden with the shell. You can wriggle him around a little bit. The shell is soft plastic, so you can bring that forward. And I don't know, was there something here? I mean, it does go forward a little bit more. You can, you actually don't get anything out of this. You move this around without trying to move up the upper part. It's kind of weird. Anyhow, the legs move out all the way. As you can tell, it's all ratcheted. And that's very important with these guys. I mean, you wanna have it stay in place. Because he's heavy, he's big, so you need that. And okay, that was a hard knack. That was a hard. Okay, slowly, carefully, and that's, I think, as much as it goes up. The legs aren't terrific, but like I said, I guess they had to cut corners. They had to, well, not really cut corners. They had to be safe to guarantee stability, which they definitely have. But as a result, it might not be what you expect for your articulation. And you also can rotate this around. Then you have the knees, which is just also, it's not double hinged, by the way. It's just, there's still some hair in there or whatever that is. Disgusting. But yeah, I think that's about as much as you get from the knee. It goes up a little bit. Yeah, that's as much as far as it goes. Soft plastic in the knee pad, same thing. And then you have an ankle rocker in the foot. Goes side to side. It gets the job done. Goes forward nicely. Goes back and rotates all the way around. And there you go. Whew. Heavy dude. Alright, so first of all, accessories, you have Pizza, which is actually exactly the same as we had with Donnie. I mean, it's painted a little differently, but it's got the exact same mold. And I'm gonna do the exact same complaint. Not really a complaint, a nitpick. I feel like there's still some like spots over here. I feel like they should have painted it till up here and left the crust over there. Of course, you have his weapons, the size, which are very, very nicely painted. You can see all the dirt in there, and there's even some small kinks here and there. Looks like battle damage, of course. And it's just great, man. It just looks just wow. That make that a little bit bigger, and it could be a very nice replica. Have they already done replicas like that? And of course the other one. It's the same thing. It's all painted in the same style. It's a little bit dirtier down here. And then as you go up, it gets a little bit shinier. Nice and metallic. Of course, you got some hands. You got this is more like a pizza holding hand. This is a side holding hand. And then we got an open hand and a pointy finger. There's actually a lot more shading on this one than there was on this one. I didn't even look at these from this side. Also, there's some more shading on this one than it is on this one. Not to complain, I'm just saying. And we have the other holding hand for this side, and then another like open pizza holding hand. Let me actually try to put pizza in it, just like in a pose like that. We can eat your pizza. Does he hold the size actually? Can he? Could probably play around also with the size for like a more relaxing pose. No, not really. You can't. Yeah, there you go. You can squeeze it in there a little bit. It will hold on. So for more relaxing pose. Unfortunately, there's not really a hand where you can. My favorite pose is always to put the sai in between the fingers. And I guess we don't really have one of those. It doesn't really... No, I don't want to push it through there and get some damage on it, so knowing that, unfortunately. Alright, and that's gonna bring me to the final thoughts, but buy this! Buy it! This is one of the greatest figures of all time. He's 40 centimeters tall, a 1/4 inch scale, so he's huge. He's super detailed. He's well articulated. And that's the only thing you could probably take off some points and say, well, the articulation, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. But the other thing is you can't even see the articulation except for this circle over here, but everything else is hidden under the knee pads, elbow pads, and the shell, basically. And of course, I didn't mention that, but there's the holsters for the size. You saw that. I didn't mention it, but you saw that. You know that. You're smart. I believe in you. But anyway, I just, a huge bonus points for putting a scar on his face, which I didn't even know. I didn't even see that in the movies. Well, I saw most of them as I was a kid, and I guess when I watched it as an adult, I was so blind that just like, oh my god, it's so amazing. No eye for detail, but Neca has, and Neca just proved me once again how they are one of the greatest. And the best part about this guy, he clocks in at $100 on Big Bad Toy Store, 100 or 120. I mean, when they first set them out, they sold them at 100, and they're going up to 120 to like wave 2 or whatever. So go out there, grab yourselves some Neca Ninja Turtles. You will not regret it, I promise, guaranteed. But as I said before, be careful with it, because I've been warned that there are stuff that can break off. So far, it hasn't happened to me. Thank the turtle gods. But there you go. 100% recommended. This is the best turtle, movie turtle. Maybe even like, is this the best turtle ever? I don't know. Maybe I'll make a list about it someday. Foreshadowing. But yeah, that's gonna do it. As usual, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, feel free to hit it up with a like, and stay tuned for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever Raph wants.